Hey, how's it going, guys? Garcia here with an end of the week portfolio update. So, in this video, I'll break down any moves that I made so far. Let's see, posting anything that I posted on Twitter, and I'll give the shoutouts at the end of the video. So, in today we are down, I believe, from yesterday to $129,019.84 after hours. Yeah, because I think we closed above 130 yesterday, so they were down around $1,000 today. So let's go to the small accounts. In the traditional IRA, we are down 1.2% today, or $71. Up 0.6% in the past week, 18.6% in the past month, 47.4% in the past 3 months, and 43% year to date and all time. So I don't, not bad of a day. It was a little bit down, but not too much compared to what I saw people sharing on Twitter. Some people were down a lot today. So in this account, we're out of the Palantir covered calls. What did it close at? Yeah, we're at 28.58. And let's go to today's return. Yeah, so TSLA looks like it had the brunt of, it looks like it was the biggest reason for it, but the covered calls eased some of that pain. So you get the difference between the 230 and 170, and it's, around 60, $70 that it was down today. So nothing there that's different. In the Roth IRA, we're down 1.25% today, down 1.8% in the past week, up 21.1% in the past month, up 29.95% in the last 3 months, up 33.8% year to date, 33.6% in the past year, and all time. So kind of like the even numbers right here. 33.88. Oh, well, that's not even. 29.95. All right. So in this one, yeah, down $228. Buying power has, I'm not sure if it went up or down since the last time. Not sure. But I was in and out of a trade that you guys might not have, yeah, you won't even see it here right now. But we'll go over the moves or today's return. So yeah, so starting with the top, the covered calls, they returned $504 on TSLA. So the shares were down $800. So, it was a nice, easing the pain there. The Snowflake put was just up $1 today. Celsius calls down 16. Sound $10 call down 6. Palantir down $15 today, pretty flat. TSLA negative 800. BITX had a pretty good day, up $117, and NVDA down $33. But yeah, percentage wise, yeah, NVDA had a rough day, was down 5%. And because NVDA was down 5%, I'll show you in the big account some of the moves. Oh, actually, I almost forgot. I was in and out of a trade today. So last night at 4, well, this morning, I woke up to use the restroom, around 4 a.m. actually. It was around 4:30. I think it was 4:30 because I was reading the news first before I even bought the shares. There was a huge uproar going on. A lot of systems were down. A lot of people couldn't even access their brokerages. Some airlines were shut down. Some hospitals got affected by Crowdstrike. So Crowdstrike was down, I don't know, it was like almost 20% after hours pre-market. And as it tanked 20%, I saw that it was dipping to it below 280. And I just saw that as like at least it looked like a really great price. So you know what? I put in a limit order and it got filled at 4:52 a.m. for $2.79 a share. I only bought one share. But then as the day went on and more details started coming up, that it was such a blunder on their part that I just decided, you know what? I'm just going to take the $25 that it went up, and I sold it at $304 a share. So I bought it for $2.79, sold it for $304. I cashed in like a 9% gain on shares. And the reason I did it is because I have a feeling that over the next few days or weeks, when there's going to be rumors of lawsuits or rumors of customers leaving or canceling, I think it's going to put a lot of downward pressure on the stock. So I don't think the stock hasn't. I don't think it's seen the rest yet. I think there's still more pain to come. But hey, that's just my gut feeling. All right, in the big account, we were down 1% today, up 1.9% in the past week, up 11.2% in the past month, up 47.7% in the last 3 months, up 49.1% year to date, up 24.6 in the past year, and 17.9% all time. So, it feels good to be able to be in the green and just go to the all chart and just see since, man, it's been, right towards the end of June, July. It's been a very good past couple of weeks. So you'll notice the buying power has dipped, and that is because I've sold more cash secured puts on NVDA. So we'll go to today's return here and today's return on Palantir. So you'll see that the majority of today's loss was from the cash secured puts on NVDA becoming more expensive than what I initially received for them. So you'll see that the last price is $4.05 per contract. And I received an average credit of $3.50 per contract. So here I sold a couple more. We'll show here. So the original ones that I sold for $3.90. Then they got cheaper, which means that it was good for me. But then today they started dipping again. And I think today was around the same level, but they were a little cheaper. So I sold a couple more at $2.95. It tanked a little further. So I sold another one at $4.10. And I think $4.10 was close to the high today. 4:30. I'm not sure if... Yeah, so it looks like that was the peak, 5-minute peak of 4:30. But more consistently, it was 4:15. 4:10, 4:15 seems to be more where people were able to get filled today. And that would have been like the best price for today. So here I'm just kind of doubling down on NVIDIA, being at the lowest point I think it's going to be in the short term. I think it should be bouncing from here. Let's see. Palantir. Let's see what's going on here. So for the week, someone mentioned, I think it was on Twitter or on Discord, that Palantir closed for its 8th consecutive week in the green, which is incredible, guys. I mean, look, so up 5% in the past week. And if you go to the chart, we'll go to the year-to-date chart on a 1 week. Put the candles on. You'll see here, starting here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 with this week. It won't show up here as green yet for some reason, but that's 8 consecutive weeks, you guys. I do have a feeling we're going to start seeing some type of, maybe slowdown in acceleration, but that's just my gut feeling, really. It's really just looking at the price action and kind of looking at the RSI too, and it's looking a little oversold, and it looks like it's staying there. But I mean, look at the 5-year on the weekly, 68.8% or 68.8. 70 was the last high. 74, 77.3. 78 was the all-time weekly high. That was back in 2021. So now let's go back. So yeah, that's it for the portfolio here. So I mean, to be only down so we're 1,000 here, 270 bucks. Yeah, so like to be down in general or all in all like around $1,300 today, I'm pretty excited about that. I'm pretty excited, to be ending strong on a week that a lot of people were saying that was a rough week. Let's take a look at, what was I looking at? Watch list. IWM has had a pretty good week, up 2% in the last week. I think it was S&P 500. Let's see. S&P 500 was down 1% in the past week. Pretty flat for the month, up 10%. But let's see where this has been at since August 2nd was when I started this portfolio. Oops. So up 24 or up, let's just say this date is a little closer. So S&P 500 is up 25%, 25.18% since July 30th, 2021. Yeah, because there's August 6th, I believe, or there's August 2nd. And I'm up 17.95% all time since August 2nd. So I have a little bit to catch up to start outperforming, to finally start outperforming the S&P 500. It was a hard road, guys. I took the degen route, being down good 16%. At the worst, being down 37.8%, guys. Even this year I was down 37.8%. It's incredible. And all thanks to Palantir. So let's go to Twitter. So there's a post that I shared yesterday, and God, every time I see it, it gets me so hype. So I'm just gonna play it. Oops. Every time I see it, I'm like, I just get so hyped as a Palantir bull.
All day like, all night like, let's get it like, let's get it like, let's get it like, all day like. All day like, all night.
I love it. So yeah, that was yesterday's update. So for those who didn't catch it, please go to the live stream tab under my account, and you'll see this thumbnail. This was yesterday's live stream. I thought it was a great live stream with Cantonese Cat and Danny Chang. It was a very nice talk. Because we've chatted. For especially with Cantonese Cat, it's been around 6 months. With Danny for almost a year. So, we've been good friends, and it's been nice to talk with people that I'm meeting on Twitter, on YouTube, and just creating content together. It's nice. I'm looking forward to more live streams with them. So here I asked Grok, I don't know if it's Grok or Grok. I'm always going to call it Grok, to explain if Palantir's Apollo could have prevented the Crowdstrike and Microsoft outages. So this, I'm not going to read the whole thing. But basically, I think at the end, it kind of gives in the case of Crowdstrike, the issue seems to be related to a specific update, the Falcon sensor, that caused problems. While Apollo could potentially help in managing and deploying updates more efficiently, it would not necessarily prevent this specific issue from occurring. So that was Grok's point of view. So I tagged Chad, and he did respond. Let's see. I hate to speculate. We don't really know what's going on here yet. It's not always technology. Sometimes bad process and or people have to be accounted for in fault-tolerant systems and security as well. And then someone said, pretty well established what happened. Had a point sys file to kernel. Proper testing and slower rollout would have prevented. That is the belief until there is a 5 whys post-mortem, though, to why all the systems and process failed here. It's still speculation in my mind. Too easy to point fingers or possible solutions. So Chad, taking the pragmatic approach, level-headed approach, he's not pointing fingers to the CEO or to the company or to Microsoft. He's saying, let's just wait for more details to come out before we start lynching people for something that happened today. So here, I kind of posted early in the morning. Never thought I'd see Crowdstrike under $300 again, so I bought a share near the bottom. I also sold 3 more NVDA puts for $885 in credit. And there I sold 1 more at around $400. So you could say in total received 12, almost $1,300 today. And the cash, I'm not sure if I went over it. But yeah, the cash is now like 2,500 in the big account. When before I sold these puts, I mean, the cash was at $70, you guys. So for taking on this risk on selling these puts on NVDA at this price, I am receiving around $2,500 for that opportunity, or for the risk of buying it at $60, which for me I won't do because it's on margin. I'm just gonna roll down and out, and I'll just keep the can kicking down the road if I have to.
According to your statement.
Worst case scenario, maybe sell a couple shares to pay for some of that. Here it is. Oh, so he posted here, what would you do with this room in the house? I mean, it's a pretty strange room, you guys. I mean, it looks like a little tiny corner room with a chandelier, a window of some sort. Almost looks like a bar. Not connected to the house there. So people were posting like, Greg, I'd put this in there. Perfect place for a trophy. A wellness pod. So for me, I couldn't help it, you guys. I said, look, easy. Next question. I would put the Palantir, the shrine, with the three hats, the three caps, the classic black cap, the what is that? The gray hat, and the camo hat, of course, right there in the middle. There's Alexander Carpus Maximus on the TV, and his truly on the wall right there.
It was a single content update that has managed to shut down air travel, credit card payment systems, bank. How is it that one...
Always trying to stay one step ahead of the adversaries. Excuse me. Man, just 1 second, please.
Oh yeah, take a drink of water.
Yeah, sorry.
Sure. According to your statement.
That was a rough take. So for me, that's when I paper-handed. I kind of realized, I think the buzzards and the vultures are starting to fly around with lawyers and people wanting to sue for damages and all that. So for me, I said, you know what? I'm just going to back up like these fellas here in this truck with the classic truck nuts in the front. I don't know how they did that, but they did. Here, I'm kind of shilling my own YouTube channel. So for people on Twitter to like it, and hopefully got some subscribers from there. And yeah, it looks like that's it for today, you guys. And as a special treat, I'll show you guys a clip from the live stream. I think he shared it here. Here it is.
Before, but this is my Palantir.
So here, Kat actually went over his Palantir portfolio. So he went over all of his buys, and oh my gosh, it was pretty cool. It's like 4 minutes, so I'll only play a little bit of it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So I haven't done this before.
I don't know. Actually, yeah, you guys are probably watching it in this view, so I should probably just keep it like this.
I started buying in October 2020, and when it was $9, so I wasn't. I got smarter. And then when I saw, hey, I still believe in the company. I know this is fun, right? I never done this. But the company's doing much better, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and buy more. And
but this goes on, Cat.
Yay!
Yeah, every week.
Learning along the way, I had like an idea in terms of fundamentals, but I didn't know how to like read balance sheets and all that. I learned to do that a little bit. I'm still not very good at it, so I'm more relying on technicals. And technicals told me to buy. It's okay to buy. I think we bought them, so buy, and I've just been doing that for 4 years.
Wow. Dude, and hats off to you, man. I would take off the hat if my bun wasn't.
I got Danny here. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So, I had to tip the old hat to Cantonese Cat there for his DCA. I mean, he wasn't like he said himself, he wasn't DCAing the same amount of shares consistently, but the timing was on point, guys. Like every couple days, every couple weeks, he was buying shares. Maybe he bought more shares when it was going up, and he bought less shares as it went down because of the psychology that he was learning. that he was kind of falling into that market psychology. But I mean, the fact that he remained consistently buying any shares at all is like, that was a lesson there. It's just stay on it. Oh, and I got celebrating 3,000 followers on Twitter. So, and 3,003 exactly. So, it's exciting, guys. Like I'm excited to be growing on Twitter and on YouTube as well. So I hope I get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube soon. Then that way I'll be able to get a little bit of ad revenue for the content that I put out there. But rest be assured that my content's not going to change. I'm not going to start shilling products and stuff, or doing the shocked face, where it's like a fire in the background and all that for more views. So with that, here's the shout outs for everybody here who has been supporting in the channel. I'm actually going to add Heidi here. So Heidi has been awesome, you guys. She has been great. Who else? Who else have I been like interacting with on Twitter that has been like supportive? So I added Steve to Bacon. Oh, Chelsea. Chelsea. Is it Art King? I'm just gonna put Chelsea. So yeah. So shout out to everyone on this list. You guys have been supporting on Twitter and or on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching, supporting the channel. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so. I would really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you